Hello, I'm Karen, and this is a continuation of my last video. So in my last video, I was sharing with you how I'd use this piece to help me find bits inside the Voynich manuscript, and I also shared this piece as well that went with it. Okay, so quick recap. So basically, I've been working on a code which is a handwritten code, and part of the alphabet, all of the alphabet, is made up of the letter I and a letter C. Yep, so those shapes there. There is, I did tell you about my little rules, and I showed you the crochet pattern, which was that section there. Yeah, in the yellow or that way, whichever way around you want to look at it, which is that there in shorthand crochet terms. So when I was showing you before, I showed you we'd got the 10 o'clock position, which was the letter J on page 68 R3 in the Voynich manuscript. Just so that people are understanding what I'm talking about, kind of, the letter J, I believe, was added by Queen Elizabeth I into the English alphabet. So back in the 1500s, they was using just cipher. So just imagine like A becomes 1, B becomes 2. And I think that there was a baddie in the works. So the alphabet was changed. By putting that into the 10th position, it pushed all of these letters along. She also made changes. So we've got the letter U and the letter V. And in the coded version, it's half of these two symbols make the W. Okay, so that's just a quick thing. I have been sharing this for a long time, but anyway, so on page 68, at the 10 o'clock position, we've got that's the symbols from the manuscript turned into English. Using the methods, broken them down and rebuilt them, it made Queen Elizabeth Hook. At the 2 o'clock position on page 68, V1, there, we've got these symbols, we've got these letters, and that made Elizabeth. And we've got the 2 8s, which was representing, so as you can see, the 8 represents a C. I don't know if you can see that bit in the English alphabet when you do conversions that way. But for the crochet sake, it meant a treble crochet. So that would be a double treble. Or we could turn it into Elizabeth's. And we had one more at 4 o'clock position, which was 86R. I explained why the pages was chosen, and that converted into Elizabeth. So that in total there is 3 different coded signatures inside the Voynich manuscript. The rest of them were not from there. Okay, so I wanted to because I showed, what I did is, if I went to the 8 o'clock position, and we're just telling you about the numbers and didn't tell you what it said at the 8 o'clock position. So this is going to be the 4th one. So at the 8 o'clock position, we have, I'm hiding the other bits for now. So we have, these are the symbols. It's got a hook in the middle of it. I'll show you in a minute. And that's what it turns into English. And that is, it turns into Elizabeth. And we've got the 3 8. So that's a triple treble. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just get you the book onto that page, so that I've just demonstrated that page as well. I know I did demonstrate it previously, but we had to line up the pieces, and then inside that circle there, yeah, that's where we're looking. That's where I've got those symbols from, and the little hook, just so that you know where I've got that from. Okay, so then moving on to the next stage. So I continue to experiment with the crochet pattern. Let's move this bit out of the way for a minute. And I'm going to share with you this particular flower. Okay, so this flower is, so this one here is this piece. All I did is I continued with my stitches to go all the way around and then match them so they was on the opposite side. And when I saw that bit there, it made me think of this flower. So this flower itself has got 5 pieces there, followed by 8, followed by 10, and 2 little buttons, one each side. It's all wobbly because I just wanted to show you. I think that should realistically be bigger, but so you can see that's made of 26 pieces, and there's 26 pieces, 26 letters in the alphabet. Now if you just hang on a minute, I'm just going to get you a picture here, if I can get this right. So here, look, I don't know if can you see that? That's a picture of Queen Elizabeth I, painted by Nicholas Hillard in 1575. And the flower there, I believe, is this flower here. Now, I know that they say it's made of ostrich feathers. Remember that for in a minute, okay? Right, so what I did is I carried on with that pattern because I knew there was something else to be found. Remember, all of my clues have always been about an 8. So if we increase, so I put an extra row around this particular one, which started off as this particular one. Just so you know, I'm using the same bit, just expanding it to make it get bigger. And then I use this inside the manuscript because, as we know, we've got 2 lots of the alphabet. So we've got the lowercase and the uppercase, which makes a total of 52 letters. So I went to page 52. Just one moment while I get it open. Right, so we've got page 52. So 52V. And what we do is we line up this. So we got the points going to the edges of the book. That's got to come straight down. Hopefully you can see all of that. And it's the little bit of text that we get to see in there on page 52. And on 52 on the other side, we just do exactly the same thing. Line up the points of the leaves, make sure that's straight, and we get the little bits of letters from out of there. So that's those 2. And I'm going to get the other page ready. So we can see, if we go back, so page 52V, these are the symbols that we remember that was in between the leaves, yeah? So it was like, that was what was visible inside the book. Obviously my writing's bigger. That's what it turns into English letters, and this made Elizabeth with a lowercase t, and I've got a lowercase L there, but we've still got 3 8s. Then I've just dropped a piece, hang on. On page 52R, we've got these symbols here. So this symbol here always represented a question mark, which is also obviously being able to be broken, rebuilt. That gets us Elizabeth. And then on page 26R, we get Elizabeth 8. So those are symbols there. So just show you 26R. Oh. This one was a great help as well because we've actually even got these bits that are guiding as well. So yeah, so we line that up there. That's the little bit that you could see in between when it's all lined up correctly. Obviously I can't do it that neat in a video. And if we turn over the page on 26V, so just pointing out these bits here, these squidgy bits, they are an imprint of from the opposite side when the book was closed, okay? And you do the same, you just line them up, and then I've got these, what I could see from those bits there. And also to point out, in the roots there is the twist symbol, and the twist in the letters translates into the letter A. Okay, so on 26, I've got 26R and 26R. These are actually both, one's V and one's R. But you can see they've both got different text there. But this one here, as we can see, it makes Elizabeth like this. So we've got the C at the top and 2 lines to come down to make the Z. We've got 2 C's to make the E there. So, because I said to you, obviously I was looking for coded signature inside the manuscript. And if we look at my tablet, hopefully you can see that all right. You can see the Z is made with the C at the top and the 2 lines. Yes, she's got all of the squiggles. We can see all of the 8s inside her signature. But that means that I have actually found a total of 8 coded signatures inside the Voynich manuscript. And so it made me think about this. And I realised you can fold these pieces in and you can actually crochet them so they stay in place. And that is where we end up with the Tudor Rose. So as you can see, we've got smaller petals in the middle, we've got the larger ones round the edge, and we've got the leaves. And we've got 5 petals here, another 5 there, which is 10. The 5 leaves which is 15, and the 2 buttons, which makes 17. Why is 17 significant? Because Queen Elizabeth I became queen on the 17th of November 1558. So she left us a lovely clue there with that one. It's beautiful. And my final little bits that I just want to say. So I've said to you to remember about this. So this being ostrich feathers. Okay, so, and also the little button in the middle. The little button in the middle, this is the shorthand version of that pattern. It translates into crochet. Ostrich itself equals crochet. Feathers equals Elizabeth with an S. And Queen Elizabeth's famous saying, video ettatio, I see and keep silent, translates into crochet hook. Okay, so I do believe that I've covered absolutely everything. And that I finally found all of my answers so that I can say, yep, that's it. We've definitely done a Voynich manuscript. And just one more little thing. So this piece that I made previously, hopefully I can get the flower to sit nicely, but you can see the flower does fit nicely right into there. It makes a beautiful little display. So I was thinking, you know, if you want me to teach you how to crochet these pieces so that you can do that, then please leave a comment in the box below my video. You can put flower, you can put Tudor Rose, you can put leaves. Just let me know that you want to actually crochet it. So I do believe that's everything I've covered now. So thank you for watching. It's taken me, about 10 years to actually finally crack it all and to put all my pieces together. But I do believe that I can actually demonstrate that I have cracked the code in the Voynich manuscript, that it is Queen Elizabeth I. She did alter the English alphabet because she needed to for security reasons, and that's what I've been looking at all these years. So thank you for watching, thank you for liking, thank you for making your comments if you do, and bye for now.